morning, YouTube. My old behind. Trying to figure out. Okay. I'm trying to figure out where I put my glasses. Lord, I'm getting old, guys. I'm trying to figure out where the heck did I put my glasses? Good morning. Good morning. They're not. The glasses are not in their normal spot. Nope. Nope. Okay, we're gonna be quiet for a minute because I need my glasses. Oh, brother, I'm getting old, man. Something told me this was gonna. Something told me this was gonna happen. I brought my spares. Thank God I brought my spares. This is stupid. While we're waiting. Jesus. Hoping it on the floor. Then I wind up stepping on him or something. Yep. Damn it. They were on the floor. How'd that happen? Bro, you talk about that. I was wondering why I be drinking beer when I'm out in the yard, man. I be waking up in the middle of the night in like royal pain. And this getting old. This getting old stuff sucks. Everybody say, hey, you're supposed to be, with wine. You like wine, you're getting finer and all that stuff. This getting old crap sucks. I finally found something I like doing, working in the yard, but I'm being like royal pain just doing basic stuff. I'm like, dang, I didn't do nothing and my freaking body's falling apart. You know? Like, God. I have to take 32 pills in the morning from my stomach to blood pressure and everything else. And I'm supposed to be happy. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm happy I'm alive, but boy, just to get the body started and everything else. Oh, listen to you. Charles, y'all be acting like Charles be acting like this. I ain't. That's the whole thing. I ain't a professional. Thank God I ain't. Get dogged out by y'all. Ooh, excuse me. But that's all right. It's the dedication, and get paid Thursday, I gotta get me a new coffee machine. I finally accepted it. I, I've been hitting that button since 4:15. It brews like 1 ounce. Hold on 1 second. I gotta fill out my pre-trip inspection crap. It's the trailer, blah blah blah, mileage, and then we're gonna get going. All right. Do. Too bad this ain't Mumble Thursday. Let's see here. 3, 6, 9, for 4. Tractor, bam, trailer. Let's see what. Do I have a trailer number? Let's see here. Trailer 52856. 52856. Oh, almost ready. You've been rolling since 8, huh? Jeez. Well, I'm about to get rolling in just a second. I had enough of trying to keep rolling this. Finally. I think I got enough coffee to start the day. I've been taking the leftover water. It's not hot. I'm putting it in my pepper plants. Need to show you a picture of these guys. You know what? That's what I'm gonna do because I ain't leaving. I'm not leaving it. I'm gonna show hot pepper Mike what my pepper plants are looking like. Let me get a little cream in the coffee, and we're gonna get the day started and then get our conversation started. All right. Let me turn the light on so you can see. Let's see here. All right. Let me see. All right, that hot pepper Mike. That's the pepper plant I bought. She doesn't look like she's surviving too well. Those 3 guys are from seeds. Those little seed pods I got, and then I got this other pot right here. I don't know if you can see them. They're thriving. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 plants. They're thriving. Okay. And then that is my bonsai tree that almost killed over. Left it at the house, wiping in water it or nothing. So she's struggling, but it's getting back into. She's getting back into the thing. Good morning, Warren Strong. Good morning. All right, let's get going here. What I wanted to talk about today is, we always talk. I always bring up Bible verses and stuff like that. There is a verse I wanted to talk about today, and it's called the verse. It says, "Iron sharpens iron." I've always complained about this. I've always, I've always said because a lot of, me, I be listening to a lot of these lives and a lot of the stuff that's folks are saying, and honestly, it's the same bull. It's the same bull that we always hear, and it's the same thing that goes on and allows folks to put men down, us men, you know. And I remember when I was first dating, when I was first dating, um, I had these obnoxious people because, like I said, I attract, a while back I attract narcissistic people, narcissistic women. I didn't even know what the definition was. I kept on blaming my dumb behind self when apparently it was just them. They were freaking narcissists. But it took, like I said, I'm a little slow. It took me some time to figure this crap out. But I would always hear what a real man is supposed to be from a woman. And I finally got tired. I remember I used to just, I used to light up the online. I used to light up this online stuff because I would start fights. Because, I got tired of women always, always telling me what a real man was. And I finally just came out my face is, who the F are you to tell me what a real man is? You don't have a pair of nuts. You don't know what the freaking heck you're talking about. But guess what? I didn't know what a real man was either. And the reason I'm saying it is, you know, nobody showed me. Nobody taught me. I didn't, I had one uncle. I had one uncle that was worth a damn. And, but it wasn't really explained to me the life, you know, what I needed to do in life because my father worked all day and then my mother worked all night. And then, half the time, in our society, we have single parent households where the mother thinks they're the father. I'm the because Mother's Day's coming up, and I was talking to Charles yesterday. I said, you know what, we should start shouting out, "Hey, Happy Mother's Day" to me because y'all do that crap to us on Father's Day, you know. And I'm not trying to start. Actually, I am trying to start something. You know, the mothers think that that's the whole problem with our society right now. You think you got a pair of nuts and you can do better than a man because you know what a man is supposed to be and what a man's supposed to do and all this other stuff. No, you want a man to cater to your every freaking need, break his back, but not show nothing in the return. Nowadays, the way the economy is, and it sounds like the economy is going to crash soon. We need each other. We need to have each other's back. But it looks like in our society, and I put some of this to that systemic racism in our society. Especially a black man. The only thing we learn about relationships is, we learn about what a relationships is. It's just sex. And how we remember, in the old school, we learned sex from, let's go way back, the old Players magazines and Playboy and the old pornos that we seen, which is all fake. You know, nobody in their right mind goes all night long. They just cut and start all over, and that guy is filled with freaking Viagra. And then nobody teaches us about sexual how to be sexual or whatever. Nobody nobody tells us how a woman wants to be treated and how a woman needs to be treated. Nobody shows us none of this stuff, and then we're lambasted because this is how we learn. We figure out for some sorry ass ninja that you just need to get all the women you can while you can, and then when they do that crap back to us, we all heartbroken because women do the same stuff. They just do it a whole lot better. But we don't know how to be a man. We don't know how to do nothing. And the only time we learn how to do something or actually have structure, some of us, some of us join the military. because we would never correct it right. We would never shown structure. We would never shown the consequences of our actions. And then some of us join the military. And what do we find there? We find camaraderie. We find abilities to know that I could do almost anything if I put my heart to it. I remember I was a boy. I was a freaking wimp, but I had to go in because I had no other place to go. I was literally, I was literally starving. I should tell that story one day. I remember I tried to go in, and the guy said I was overweight. Come back when come back when you've lost this amount of pounds. Well, I came back. I remember when I came back, I lost double that. And he says, "You lost too much weight." I said, "Look, brother, you got to help me. I'm fucking starving. I ain't got nowhere to go, man. You got to help me. You got to let me in this damn thing." And I remember going through boot camp, and I remember, and then I was like, at that point, I was like, what did I do? I remember saying to myself, what the heck did I do? Oh, what in Sam Hill? I remember, you know, I and I got all the way through. I finally got in my mind. I'm gonna make this. I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna do something. And hold on, let me turn that down because my GPS is acting all crazy. You know what? I know which way I'm going. I need to turn it off. All right. But I remember the instructor. We had to at the end of boot camp. At the end we had to take a test. You had to run a certain miles under a certain amount of minutes, and they had a pace guy. And I remember that guy had said, "You, if if you don't make this, you got to stay here for. If you don't make this run, you got to stay here for three more. I think 3 more weeks to a month." And I gotta find that picture. I'm gonna post it. And I got. I've been telling Charles I'm gonna find that picture. They took a picture of me running, and you could see the look of dread on my face. But I be damned. I said I got behind the pace guy and I chased him like he effing stole something. I chased that son of a biscuit eater all the way, and I made it through. And I say that to say that I learned discipline, I learned camaraderie, I learned fellowship, I learned friendship, and I learned a lot of things. You got a lot of people, especially our combat vets, and I learned the lingo of down down range and having each other's back and stuff like that. See, men have to learn. We learn in the midst how we become men. We learn in the midst of fire. It just can. It is not on the battlefield, but it's learned on the battlefield of life. It's learned out there. You know, learning about did I destroy something? Can I rebuild it? Did I destroy this relationship? Can I rebuild it? Did I destroy this car? Can I rebuild it? Did I destroy my job? Can I rebuild it? Can I go back, or do I need to go get another one? Do I have someone that I could go to? Because we always talk about, y'all know that I'm hypersensitive. I need to tell that story. I wasn't I wasn't always hypersensitive. Actually, I was fucking cold hearted. Literally. Honest to God. 26, 20, 25, 26. God, I don't even care to know the right amount. But somewhere down the line, I turned very cold and literally lifeless, you know, because I was married to a narcissist that just sucked the life, sucked the damn, literally sucked the life out of me, you know. I was lost, and I remember, I mean, we're struggling. About my house is going to be foreclosed on. They were coming for my motorcycle. They were coming for my car. I remember I literally called them and said, "Look, you need to come get the bike." And they said, "Well, Mr. Banks, you don't, you're not late yet." I said, "Ma'am," I said, "Trust and believe. I'm trying to do the right thing. You need to come get this bike." And I knew that the car was next. I was house poor, and I was not making it, and I was stressed out. And I remember, and I decided I'm I decided I'm leaving, and I'm not coming back. I remember that. And long story short, and I mean, I was leaving. I didn't have the nuts. This long story short. Now, you know what? I don't need to tell everything. Let me say it like that. But somewhere along the line, I'm gonna let's fast forward a whole lot. Somewhere along the line, someone showed me some attention, even though they lied. I was in a sexless marriage. Someone showed me attention. Well, way down the line after what I just said about I was gonna leave and not come back. That's how I became a truck driver. Uh, Someone showed me attention, even though they lied. A door opened up. A door deep down in my soul opened up, and something was released because I started trusting again. And that's when I became who I am right now. And all those feelings were uncontrollable. I didn't know how to act. I didn't know how to, I didn't know how to do the whatever. I focused on God and prayer and church, and boy, I was in Sunday school, and I was a changed person. I focused on that and the stuff like that, but I had no one I could go to talk it out. No one that could understand what I was feeling. No one that I could go to and say, "Hey, I'm feeling like this." And what am I saying? No, I didn't have another brother. I had my boy in New York, and yeah, but I didn't have no one close by, no one that I really thought understood where I was coming from. Like I had no one like some of these army veterans just say I didn't have this brother. This brother saved my life because he we were in a firefight and so did this. I didn't know. I had no one that had my back. And see, that's what the problem is with our brothers, our African American brothers, our Anglo-Saxon brothers, our just men. We don't have no one that has our back that we could talk to that won't judge and will come up and say, "Hey man, you fucking up. Hey man, don't fucking do that. Hey bro, don't treat her like that. hey, don't talk to her like that. Even though we both know that person probably fucking deserves it. I'm reminded of a picture I seen where they're standing on the shoreline of, I think it's a lake or something, and this big old fat ass girl, and I'm sorry to say it like that, because she ain't a 10, she's probably a 2, and she's talking to her boyfriend and yelling, "Give me your phone." And he going, "No, no, give me your phone. No, give me your phone. No." And see, half the time y'all think y'all think we got some woman's number, but we don't want you to see our internet history. That's the main reason why we ain't want you to get the phone. We don't want you to see our internet history because we probably looking at bigbooty.whatever.com and we didn't have a chance to delete it. But you think it's somebody cheating on you. Oh, that's cheating. You're looking at that. Okay, whatever. But you see what I'm getting at? I know what I'm trying, and that is kind of funny. But the thing, what I'm saying is, she was like, "Give me your phone." He go, "No," and then she slapped the hell out of that dude. And I know everybody say you're not supposed to hit a woman. You're not supposed to hit a woman. Okay, who wrote that? Who wrote that? Who wrote that rule? She slapped the hell out. She slapped it. You could hear it. You could feel it when she slapped. And that guy got so mad, he pushed her in the lake. And and she had the nerve to say, "Why'd you do that?" No, man. First of all, you did that to me, we were done. First of all, you do that to me, we are done. If I got to throw fist to cuffs, we done. But what I'm getting at here. Let's get back to the subject. We need see when this is iron sharpens iron. We need that friend. We need that fellow, that brother to we that you could bounce stuff off of. That yeah, you that you could be upset around. We talking about men don't cry. I bet your ass will cry if you got shot. We ain't supposed to cry. We ain't do it. And there's one person, and that happened to me. I was, I remember the first time I cried in front of somebody, they, they lost respect for me, but it was tears of joy. I was actually happy, but still lost respect for me. So good, that's they lost, not mine. I don't care. But we need to be able to have someone that you could go to, have someone that have your back that you could talk to, and have to say, "Hey man, you effing up. Hey man," or that person that could go cheer you up. That person that could say that could be that you could go to, and they're gonna be completely quiet, but you know they there, and you yelling and screaming, and you venting, and you letting it all fucking out, and all they do is nod their head. Yeah, I know. And and a lot of us wonder, well, he didn't say nothing. Didn't have to say nothing because all I needed to do was vent, and and that's all I needed. We don't have people like that, and see that also comes into the same notion that you need to get around when if you become newly married or if you have a certain mindset, you need to put yourself, excuse me, you need to put yourself or surround yourself with like-minded people. If you want to be business wise, if you want to grow, if you want to have something, if you want, you need to get yourself around like-minded people. You know what I'm saying? Like-minded people will draw out the best in you. If you want to be happy, don't be around someone that's negative all the daggone time. If you know, see, you can be around someone negative if you see the potential in them. Like like me, someone saw and seen the potential that this ninja can be happy one day. Then I could actually be happy one day. I just gotta hang in there. This mother effer is fucking annoying because he's always down, but I see the potential that one day his ass can actually is gonna be happy. Because God's gonna bless him abundantly that he'll see that there's joy out there. Because someone did that for me. Iron sharpens iron. My blade was so damn dull, I could bitch slap you with it, and there wouldn't be a mark. But someone came in and said, "Look, don't do that. You're gonna regret it. Don't say that. Oh God, don't say that." I remember hearing so many, "Oh God, don't say that," and not saying the Lord's name in vain. But I remember a lot of times someone saying, "Nigga, if you don't make me come down there and grab your ass." Men, boys, for boys to become men, we need someone to help sharpen our blade. We need someone to talk to help give us resolve. If you're a player and you're trying not to be a player and be monogamous with one person, you got to be around fucking monogamous fucking people. People make mistakes. All men are fucked up and all men cheat and all that stuff. Yeah, probably because no one out there taught us fucking not to. They're gonna do it to you. They're gonna do this. They're gonna say that. Okay. And half of us are brought up by a fucking mother that got played so goddamn many times. That's what we see, and that's what we think. Well, mama kept on going back to him, so I can do the same thing. Think about it. Think about it. Wonder why we selling drugs and all this stuff, because that's the easy way out. We need to see a strong man that goes to work, and a lot of these women don't even want someone like that. That's a plumber, that's an electrician, that's a mechanic, that's a bus driver. I remember one lady was asking Ilana Van Zandt, would you, Ilana Van Zandt asked her, would you date a bus driver? Yeah, if he owned the bus. See, that's that bullshit. A lot of our fathers, did a 9 to 5 and we survived. But y'all, everybody want that, everything's about the bag and all this other bullshit. Instead about, how about being happy first? You don't need that. You don't need that money bag. You could be broke as hell and still be happy. How about learning how to be happy first? But we ain't got that. But I'm back to what I'm talking about. We need men to come together. Because we worry about, the women need to have our back, and yeah, but guess what? In this day and age, that probably never gonna come. Sorry to say it, because the way they're brainwashed. But we need fellow men to understand how to become a man. I ain't really learned how to be a damn man until my mid-40s. till my mid freaking 40s. To when you around someone, I joke about it, but I remember I lost my black card a while back. Got it back because when you're around a brother, especially what a woke brother, because they got stolen from. It's funny how white people, especially Republicans, like to steal shit. When you say something and you get corrected, but you can understand the correction. Iron sharpens iron. When you say something, say, "Hey man, I done." When someone says, "Hey, I done destroyed more stuff in my lifetime out here on the road," so don't feel bad. Iron sharpens iron. When you can say, "Hey man, that ain't gonna work," you just need to shut the fuck up and just say yes there. Iron sharpens iron. It took me so long to learn the word and understand what the word shut the fuck up and just say yes there and smile. That took a couple of years. And then I started seeing it. I was like, wait a minute. That shit works? Damn right. Shut the fuck up and say yes there. My boy just got married. I said, bro, you ain't going to understand right now, but you going to learn. Shut the fuck up and say yes there. That stops a whole lot of stuff. Iron sharpens iron. Isn't that crazy? We I be on Reddit, and I guess I don't know how I got into. You get into certain threads or whatever they call them, and this thread is everybody's cheating on everybody, and it's got my heart racing, but I'm still there. I don't know how I got in there. I got to get out of it. And I'm in the thread where women are cheating on the men so freaking much. Oh my god! And how they corrected it and stuff like that. But see, we and the best friend don't say nothing until it's too late. When the person finds out, the girl's best friend, I'm sorry you had to find out this way. Bitch, you should have fucking told her. Bitch, you should have told her to stop that shit. And the same thing is, I'm your best friend and you cheating on your wife, and I see hey man, don't fucking do that. If you're gonna do that, you need to fucking leave her, or you need to fix the problem. Half the time, it's the man's fault or whatever, or they say it is, or who the fuck knows? I don't know. But you need to step in and say, hey man, don't do that. You wouldn't want that shit done to you. Man up and grow a pair and say something to him. I don't want a yes man as a friend. I want a man that's going to tell me, hey, bro, what the hell are you doing? Let me tell you, don't do that. This is what fucking happened to me. And you're going to regret every damn moment of your life if you do some dumb shit like that. But we don't talk about that. We just say every man cheat. Every man do this. Every man do that. Well, fuck, I ain't every man. Iron sharpens iron. You notice you notice this ain't coming out, oh, I'm not going to cuss and scream and God loves you. Yeah, God loves you, but don't be a fucking dumbass. You remember I used to get, we used to go to the damn barber shop and get around other brothers to find out other problems. I remember one time I used to go to this barber shop. This is right when it was right after that story I told you about Can't Stop Walking. I slowed down on my drinking. I remember this. But I used to go to my barber, and instead, instead of me drinking, I would go to the liquor store and buy a bottle of Jack Daniels. And I'd go to my barber and say, "Hey man, drink this for me." And he'd laugh, and there's a brother, a bunch of brothers in there. I remember that. He used to do that all the time. And I remember because I need to go back there because I remember I think I just started dating Norma before I stopped going there, my wife. And I remember, I think I told them, I told all the guys in the bar that I think I'm going to ask her to marry me. I need to go back there and tell them, look, I've been married for about 5 years. Because we used to get in there and cut up. And I remember we got into a big thing about light-skinned brothers. And there was a brother who was cutting hair with light-skinned hair, tattoos all over him. You already knew he was a player, but I thought he was until he spoke. And everybody said, yeah, and he had brought it up. He said, y'all be thinking us light skinned brothers, we think we better than y'all, and we not. He broke it down, and boy, I exploded, and I said, you know what, you fucking right. And we were going at it, and just having a good talk and around brothers, and just putting our not problems in a bad way, but putting what we were saying out there so you guys can understand and guys can learn something. Excuse me. Iron sharpens iron. And I don't know if you guys remember. It was in about, I think it was like 19. Uh, I looked it up. I Googled it. 1993. They're still around, but it's a shell of itself. There was it was a movement for Christian brothers called the Promise Keepers. It got so big because I remember I think uh, I went down to the Georgia Dome one time, and I remember sitting in on a gathering of the Promise Keepers. And I'm gonna read something. Read it real quick because I am driving. And it's called the 7 Promises of a Promise Keeper. One was honor God. 2 is brotherhood. 3 is integrity. 4 is family. 5 is serving. 6 is unity. And 7 is obedience. But what I want to talk about is number 2, brotherhood. We don't get together anymore with like-minded individuals. We're doing it now, but we get together with other people. That's why I talk about them because she comes in and actually listens. Very nice lady. Cruising is fun. Cruising is fun anytime. The niceness that this person has and her husband rubs off because that positive vibe is what I soak up. That's why I always go through and see them. If y'all get a chance, check them out. Cruising is fun anytime. But they talk about cruising. They're really nice folks, and they talk about other groups and stuff like that. Really nice people. You have to put yourself in the vicinity of what you're trying to accomplish. If you want to do right by your family, you want to do right by your loved ones, put yourself in the same group of people that you're trying to become. that positive energy will rub off on you. I remember, my credit sucked, and I had to learn how. I slowly learned how to, because I watched. I remember watching. I watched my wife pay the bills. My girlfriend pay the bills. That positive energy will rub off and make you become what you're trying to be. We had uh, a thing with, last week and the week before, and I was in lines where you could tell everybody in there got cheated on. But did we talk about the underlining, or we just blamed everybody? Well, you got to do this, you got to do this, many this, yeah, okay. Well, what's the underlining? How do you fix it? We got to get these people around positive energy, positive vibes, positive, so you can understand. A lot of us thought that stuff growing up was cool. It's not cool. It's not cool hurting somebody, because when your ass get hurt, do you like how that feels? No. So just take that and multiply that by all the people that you've hurt. Payback's a mother, ain't it? So don't be that person that do that stuff. You see what I'm saying? Don't make any excuse. Well, she not doing this or he not doing that. Don't make any excuse for it. Don't do it, because you're gonna get the 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 the, the positive energy at the end. You're gonna reap the benefits of doing the right thing. Why should I do the right thing? Everybody do me wrong. I'm gonna do somebody else wrong. No, do the right fucking thing, because it's the right fucking thing to do. You want somebody to sharpen your iron? I'm gonna tell you, do the right damn thing. What? I didn't. I'm not gonna. I'm gonna unfollow him. Yeah, go ahead, because I'm gonna do the right thing. I remember last night I told my wife. She says, I realize I don't tell you I love you enough. I said, baby, you tell me more than enough, and you show me more than enough, and I'm very appreciative of it. That's why I started laughing. I started laughing. I said, you don't need to tell me anymore, because you show and you tell me as much as you love me. I said, you should hear what I say about your behind on my YouTube lives. Y'all my proof. I be saying it left and right. But see, this is what I'm saying. A lot of times we don't need a woman nagging us. We need a man telling us, hey man, don't do that. Hey man, stop being a bitch and come on. You do see what I'm saying? That's a joke, but it's still the truth. Stop being a bitch and come on. Don't fucking do that. When you know you got someone's got your back. It's so funny. No, we're planning. See, everybody thinks that I got money. I ain't got no damn money. But we plan our stuff out. We're looking to go to Aruba in 20. What's this? 24. For my birthday for 2025. That's 2 years out. We planning this right now. But I called my boy up and said, "Hey man, we looking to um we looking to go to Aruba. Y'all want to come? I'm in." And he asked me, hey, what y'all gonna get? 3 bedrooms? Because he thought I was gonna ask another person. Nah, man, we're just going to. He started laughing. See, because when you know a certain person is going to tell you yay or nay right then and there, but other people are going to say, well, I'm going to have to talk to so and so. When you say I'm going to have to talk to so and so, we already know that's a no. So I'm not even going to ask you. It's so funny. We talk about. I said, look, you know me. I put 2 or 3 offers out there. After that, I'm stop asking. Iron sharpens iron. I know who got my back. We need to have people like that. You need to have someone in your life that you know got your back, that you know is not gonna pull the punches. You know that's gonna say, look, do you want me to lie or do you want me to tell the truth? Because I can lie and not hurt your feelings, or I can tell you the truth and hurt your feelings. No, I want the truth. And that's when we go, have you lost your damn mind? Don't do that. Iron sharpens iron. Do you feel me on that? The heck? We have to be that in this day and age. I remember a while back, my niece, it was on my first wife's side, when Facebook first started out there and she was putting provocative stuff on there. And I told her, look, you shouldn't do that. People are going to get they're going to get the wrong vibe. And I remember right after I said it, she blocked me on Facebook. And this is the same young lady that I took to a father-daughter dance, asked me because her stepfather wouldn't take her and her real father wasn't around. But I tried to do the right thing. I don't hold animosity, but I still did the right thing by saying what I said. Do you see what I'm saying? By trying, you got to try. You got to live the life that you want to live and do the right thing. Just yes, the Bible said that, but you got to do the right thing for your conscience, for your spirit, for your integrity. So because people will speak, you don't realize, but people are watching online, offline, and wherever, and up above, God, the Spirit of the Lord, everybody watching you. Somebody need to tell you to do the right thing. Somebody need to tell you to be the right thing, be the right person. I remember I told somebody a few days ago, don't change who you are. Everybody's saying, drop your guard or whatever. No, I don't drop your guard. Keep your guard up. Be who you are, because you will attract after a while the right person. And that right person is going to take that brick wall that you got and they're going to remove one brick at a time. They're going to remove the claymores that you placed around that wall and that door to your heart. They're gonna snip away the barbed wire that you got wrapping the door handle. They're going to remove the missiles that are pointed inside that door to blow your freaking brains out. And before you know it, you're gonna be sitting there going, wonder, why am I so happy? Why am I so happy? Because someone came in my life and treated me like I needed to be treated, male or female. And I ain't effing up by, it's funny how we will F up a relationship because we're not used to being treated right. It's funny how we will subconsciously destroy a relationship. But if we have iron that sharpens iron, we have someone that will grab us and grab our mouths and yank us out of a room and say, boy, have you lost your mind? Or girl, have you lost your mind? Don't do that. Respect him, respect her. Treat him or treat her the right way. Iron sharpens iron. We will do the right thing when we learn the right thing. Just came up with that one. You'll do the right thing when you learn the right thing. You need to find the person that a lot of times the person that you find that will help you sharpen your iron has been the one that's done fucked up so damn much that they done learned so much out of life, and they have no problem passing on their knowledge. They ain't no problem showing you they know. It's like we on here learning, you know, y'all all think that that this is something new about homesteading and planting and all that. That's what our people had to. That's what our people had to do. They had to plant food. They had to learn how to keep that food because we were so stinking broke from sharecropping and everything in the South that we had to learn how to farm the land. We had to learn how to take the worst pieces of food and make it into a fucking delicacy. We had to learn that. We lost our way for a while, but now guess what we're doing? We're coming back to it. We're coming back to it. We're learning. It's funny how we got people that's teaching about owning land. You got some people that out here now that I remember one time I went to this guy's house to install his dish or whatever, or fix his dish, and he said, "Let me show you something." He walked out in his backyard. He pointed to a daggone mountain. He said, "I own everything from here to that mountain. This is all mine." And he looked. He said, "See all that way down there? Everything to where you can't see, I own." And that man showed me his check. Let me show you a check stub. And he worked for the railroad. He said, I work for the daggone railroad. This is how much I make. You got to surround yourself with people. If you want to own land, you gotta surround yourself with landowners that will sharpen your iron. You want to be someone, you got to surround you. You want to make it in this YouTube thing, you got to surround yourself with people that have more subscribers than you. Let me show you what I did, what I've done. You want to be somebody, surround yourself that you think are somebody. You feel what I'm saying? You want to put yourself into the situation where your blade will not be dull but be sharpened. I don't know why I talked about this subject today. It just came to mind. It came to mind. And just sometimes we think we know everything, but we don't. Like my man, what's the dude? You learn. He talk about stocks and whatever. I'm not into the analytics of that stuff, but I own shares, and I I buy. I own shares of stuff that I use. Kellogg's. I bought Kellogg's. Look, Kellogg's been around. I got that. I got Ford. I learned. You learn. You do something. You just we have to stop with this negative. Well, I don't know if this meets the definition connotation. I've been using big words. I need to get need to get a dictionary to tell them. You know what I'm saying? I need to get a dictionary to be a part of that. Like, my boy Charles. I'm gonna tell you, iron sharpens things. I went against my father because my man told me, don't do that. He'd been driving a truck for 30 years. I explained the situation. My father was trying to get into the hot shot business, but my father's pig-headed. He was that alpha male that no one would tell him the real truth, and no one would tell him the real truth. And I would, have told Charles what the heck was going on. He said, "Don't do it. They'll take his truck. They'll pull him into the scale house. You get ticketed all the time. You'll lose your license." And at that point, that my license is all I had. My CDO was all I had. And I went against him, and we stopped talking for years. And he lost his truck and all that because he just thought I was going to cower down. But that's all I had. You're not going to take what all I had. My whole life is this. Is you see that sun coming up? My whole life is this truck. This is my job. This is how I make a living. And I had a 30-year-old driver, a driver that's done. I think my man Charles that's in here, he's done at least 3 to 4 million miles, some crazy crap. I'm 30,000 miles from 1 million miles myself, on the books. Off the books, I'm already driven 1 million miles. But when this iron was going to sharpen my iron and tell me, brother, don't do it. And I remember the day my father died, and we was all sitting around, brothers talking, and there was 2 truck drivers I know, two owner operators that know their business. And I looked at both of them, and I was full of beer, and I told them, I said, you 2 motherfuckers knew what he was doing was wrong. You knew he was going to have a problem, and y'all didn't speak up. Fuck both of you. But my father, and my father, and I had to make him understand when we started talking, I'm your son. These other motherfuckers you think is stupid, but I'm your blood. I know what you was trying to do. You're trying to play me and think that I was stupid. I'm not stupid. I'm smarter than all you fuckers. And I remember I said that. But that's when I knew my boy had my back. He's like, don't do it. And I have never had any regrets after that because I know when he explained it. And I even called, I remember I called, what we do here, see how I'm driving this truck? Every couple of 100 miles, I have to pull into what's called a scale house. What they do is they weigh, and they have cameras that take pictures and check the whole truck. If something's wrong, they'll guess what they'll do? They'll come right over the speaker. Driver, come around back, bring in your paperwork. And they'll tell me what my violation is, and then you're going to be paying a ticket or whatever. And I knew, I said, he told Charles, said, don't do it. And I remember I called, I got on the phone, Googled the number to the scale house, one of the scale houses in Atlanta, Georgia. And I explained everything from what my father's truck was registered as, what the weight was, and all that. He said, Mr. Banks, I appreciate you calling me and telling me. And he said, you're exactly right. Don't do that. Because if I get you in my scale house, I'm going to light you up with so many tickets you ain't going to be able to move. Iron sharpens iron. We have to learn, brothers, any brothers in this that are listening, you got to learn to man up and fucking say something and learn how to sharpen each other. If you got a son, you got a nephew, you got a boy, you got to catch that motherfucker before it's too late and show him how to do the fucking right thing. If it's to go out and flip burgers and struggle, flip them fucking burgers. If it's to pick up garbage, be the best picking up garbage person you can be. Fuck them damn drugs, selling them drugs. Do the right damn thing and learn how to do the right damn thing. If no woman wants you because you work at McDonald's, fuck them. Because McDonald's is not going to be the last place you work at. Have a fucking dream. Learn how to be somebody. There's people that had started out working at the fry station. Next thing you know, they own a chain of McDonald's. It's possible. You have to have the heart to do it. You have to have the gumption to do it. Be proud of whatever you do. Be whoever you going that God has destined for your behind to be. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all need to open up daggone what do you call them things? Because my uncle was like that. Man, that man could draw anything. You talk about a green thumb, man. He was like Groot. He could grow anything. He should have owned a nursery. He could have started a nursery. He knew everything about plants. He was the plant whisperer. You got to find people like that. And surround yourself with people that's got knowledge. And learn. We got to start learning and teaching our brothers. We got to learn and start teaching our sisters. Some of this stuff we doing is freaking idiotic and unbelievably stupid. And enjoy yourself in the process. You get what I'm saying? But I don't went over and I don't warm myself out. Thank y'all for coming in as always. And always know if you think nobody loves you, know that I love you, and God loves you also. Be prepared for mumble Thursdays. Who knows what we're gonna talk about tomorrow? Know that I love you too. Y'all have a blessed day. Peace out.